It is draft night around the NHL, and already a number of pieces have come and gone. We'll try to catch up with that. We'll live feed the first 7 picks, my reaction, and maybe if I get somebody else some other reactions, and more. Right now, this is Teal Town Live's reaction to round 1 of the 2021 NHL Draft. Good evening, everyone. It is Friday night, July 23rd, 2021. It is round 1 for the NHL Draft, and it's also a day where the general managers tend to get a little crazy, to say the least. But welcome to Teal Town Live. This is your live, interactive NHL Draft Night reaction show. So if you want to be part of the show, here's how you do it. Chat with us and fellow hockey fans around the world on the page or the app. And, of course, follow us on the social, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, all of those, along with Discord and our favorite, of course, tealtownusa.com for everything. Hi, everyone. It is Eric Curra here. You can follow me on the Twitter machine at PuckGuy14. Things are already starting to get heated up here. The most recent report right now, we're waiting to hear reports of it officially being happening. But the Chicago Blackhawks acquire Seth Jones from the Columbus Blue Jackets. It's crazy. Also, they pick up the number 32 pick in the draft. Essentially, it's kind of a back and forth. It's a kind of a pick swap here. So number 12 is gone. And, of course, you're going to have the running total right up on top, your top of your screen there. So you'll be able to hit up everything, of course, until I have somebody come in. If I do, you'll see to the right of me. Yeah, that right there. Where we're at in the draft. The thing is for this live stream is this. We are going to go live reaction to this up through the Sharks pick, which currently is at number 7. If you follow Kevin Weeks on Twitter, apparently the Sharks and New Jersey Devils are talking as we speak. So this is going to be an interesting reaction and see what's going to go down. Kevin Kurz earlier in the week mentioned Timo Meier going to New Jersey. Remains to be seen. He'd be a nice, link up with Nico Hischier, but nonetheless, it is all speculation, and all speculation is that people will, even with 16 followers, can make a name with themselves today. So that's where we're at for right now. Skylar, am I having trouble? Yeah. No, seriously. I mean, if we were Trade Center, it would be literally this. I mean, we just be picking up like the TSN sounder like crazy. So yes, I do have some sound effects. It's not as nice as AJ's. So, but let's just put it this way: when Gary Bettman needs to make a trade,
we have a trade to announce.
Yeah, we are set to roll there for sure on that one. So, Jake Bean going to Columbus as part of that deal for Seth Jones. Again, Columbus takes Chicago's pick. You'll be seeing me doing this as we update everything as it happens. It's just one of those nights where you just can get a little crazy, right? No, Burns did not get traded. Trust me, if Burns got traded, we'd be on the air earlier than this. That's for sure. So, it's ESPN. It has to be loud. A lot of things happened today, including, Taylor Hall signing a 4-year, $24 million contract with Boston Bruins. Congratulations, Bruins. Now you have the best odds at winning the lottery. So, how it sticks out is that Seth Jones, he signed a deal with the Columbus Blue Jackets, 8 years, $9.5 million AAV, and then they traded him over. He's going to get to play with his brother Caleb Jones, which is kind of interesting. I would have loved to have see him in Colorado since he's got ties to Colorado for sure. So, too much games. We'll be announcing every pick. We will announce every pick through the Sharks pick, and then join us on another link later today, where we'll recap the entire first round on Teal Town USA here on the YouTube channel. So do yourself a favor, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Also, hit that notification bell. That'll let you know when we go on the air for everything. So, looking at the chat right now as I'm looking at the feed as we speak, they're going over, the Michigan 3, Kent Johnson, Matthew Beniers, and Owen Power, the highly touted defenseman, which looks like he could be the number 1 overall pick. Will Buffalo take it? We'll see. Currently, yes, they are technically on the clock. So we'll see what happens here. Looking at, and they're showing on there, Sam Costantino from Sportsnet, his projections, Power would go first to Buffalo. Beniers would go second to Seattle. Luke Hughes, the brother of Jack and Quinn, you would go to number 4 and be with his brother Jack in New Jersey. At 7th, the Sharks are projected to take Brandon Clark. So that'll be interesting to see where they'll go with it. They have said, and AJ was on the call before, after the expansion draft, they are looking at the best player available, even though they went completely all forwards in last year's draft. It's going to be interesting to see. Will they take the goaltender? I mean, that's kind of the interesting ones. Will Detroit at number 6 or San Jose at number 7 take that top goaltender? So, I know, and N Hernandez, good evening to you. In fact, tell your friends. Hope you're all joining us on this night. Always a fun night. This night in Free Agent Frenzy, along with Trade Center, as I like to call it. Still, just a fun time where we can just speculate, have fun. All that. There's no pressure of a game being played or anything of that nature. So, who do you think the Sharks will draft? I would love for them to get Eklund, unless there is something higher up. I'm wondering if that is one of the speculations about, as Denver Doyle mentioning, Timo Watch. Will they move up to get, will they move up to number 4 with New Jersey? New Jersey also has the 29th pick, so we'll see. Hot Wheels 84 and Vince Giuliani got in there. Building a team by giving a D-man a high dollar amount of a lot of years doesn't work for a contender long term. You can ask LA. You can ask New Jersey. You can ask Nashville. Nashville's been okay with it with Roman Josi. And then, of course, there's San Jose. But 2 of them, why not? So I would love to chances that the Sharks trade the pick, surprisingly. I wouldn't be surprised, as they usually have, to trade down. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I'll be so mad if they trade down to like 29, because then, what's usually the other show later tonight? Oh, boy. So, Neil Rowland, good evening to you. Who do you expect the Sharks to draft in 2021 National Hockey League draft? You can go Clark. You can go Eklund. You can go a number of pieces. It remains to be seen. I think it's whoever's the best available right now, and we will find out in a matter of moments. So, pardon me, it is warm in here. Forgive me if I'm drinking a lot of water. You got to stay hydrated when you do a lot of these live reaction shows. If you haven't told your friends, come on, tell them, send them the link. Tell them, let's have some fun here. Just amazing night as always. There is when these guys get drafted, and remembering Patrick Marleau and such. just remember Patrick Marleau getting drafted way back in '97. Joe Thornton was the pick before. Uh, you know, so we'll see. A lot of speculation with Kevin Weeks mentioning the watch out Sharks and New Jersey. Denver Doyle saying the rumor is Meyer for Miko Hischier, and the pick is the rumor. You know, that'd be an interesting one. Would they go to 20? Would that be the 29th pick that New Jersey has? Who knows? I mean, I just wonder what the case will be. Uh, you know, watch New Jersey and the Sharks picks for a Timo trade, boys. Yeah, we'll see. Boys and girls, of course. Appreciate the love like a tiger, of course. Ao wondering any more flurries to pick up, right? So we will see. We will see if New Jersey does trade the number 4 pick to San Jose. You got to wonder. You got to wonder. We'll be on high watch for that, for sure. Yeah, and Deuces Shoeless, like I mentioned, the two boys would love to play with each other. They wouldn't trade Meyer for Hischier when they trade for Timo just so they can play together. You know, I'm just glad Kevin Weeks didn't go for the emoji that Vegas Twitter tried to troll hockey Twitter with earlier. Of course. Will you all miss Timo? And I guess this is starting to speculate a little bit more. You miss Timo? Yeah, yeah. I mean, Timo time. It was always is always fun. But the struggle was real with him and LeBanc. You wonder where that goes. I mean, it's one of those things where I look and see I need to project a little bit more here, so forgive me. Uh, it, it's one of those things. It's like, okay, you better be getting something good in return if you're giving up something from that highly touted 2015 NHL draft. I mean, that one was spectacular. Uh, you know, I don't know. It'll be interesting. Will we see Jack Eichel traded this weekend? Will we see Jack Eichel traded tonight? That's the other thing. Um, you know, but you wonder. There's some. I mean, Shang Peng had mentioned. You know, the Sharks trading a depth defenseman away for depth. Is that Shimmick? Uh, you know, does Kevin LeBanc move? And faulty synapse, saying it's, saying does a deal for the LeBanc happen today? I don't know. it's it'll be interesting. Those two specifically, be interesting to see where we go for that. So I'm making sure we got everything on hand. Yeah. PJ, good to see you, bud. I still need to get back to your message on Reddit, so forgive me. PJ, haven't seen Butchergrass in a while. Nice to see him. He's psyched that the NHL is back on ESPN. That's pretty awesome. I'm glad he's going to be part of the whole NHL broadcast over there. Give them something as well. So, faulty synapse. Columbus with all those first round picks for Eichel. Be interesting if they could. All right. Commissioner Bettman has come up to, I guess, the table. So I would be remiss to not boo. Okay, sorry. So we'll be interesting to see. I will have my. I'll go with this so that way I can hear it. If you do hear some of the stuff behind me, I apologize, but we gotta make sure we do that in case. So we know what's going on. Puck Guy, with the first round, realistically, how many of the players drafted tonight do you think will be on this year's opening night teams? That's such a tough call. Ian Reed, of course, our favorite angry Canadian robot, wasn't really excited about this draft as it was like maybe last year or even vaguely was talking about next year being a good one too. So 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 we'll just kind of look ahead with that. But if it's Thomas saying if it's Knyzhov or Ferraro, Doug needs to go. I've defended him over the past few years, but a horrible idea unless the return is absolute fleecing. Yeah. If Ferraro, Knyzhov are a part of any deal, I can't see it. So, so Vince G, yeah, I'm with you. Wrap it up, Gary. So, so we will see. We will see. Um, I mean, Doug's done some crazy things in the past. Like, you know, nothing specifically on the draft floor though. So, so, and I know there's a lot of people, going with the that 16 follower tweet saying that is Burns going to Montreal. Well, it kind of does make sense. They need a big shot defenseman. I mean, Burnsy would be there. Um, so So with that, we are now officially underway. Buffalo is currently on the clock. They have 5 minutes to make their selection. We're looking and seeing, waiting to find out whether they'll go Owen Power, who has been kind of the consensus number one pick overall, uh, or do they go Matthew Beniers, who've been the guy, So, uh, how did you get stuck with Solo Duty, Pet Guy? The draft begins at 5 on the West Coast. I think that's partly part of it, or they rather have me embarrass myself out of this. So, looking at the best available players, let's see. They have Owen Power, number 1, Ben Years, number 2, Dylan Gunther, number 3, and then Luke Hughes at number 4. If the Sharks could get Luke Hughes or William Eklund, it should be interesting to see how that would go. I think those are the two I would love to pick, but I can't see them getting it to number 7. So I'm trying to make sure I get my best available pick up, so that way I have it on hand for me. So there we go. All right, Suzuki would be amazing to pick back up. I can't see that happening though. I can't see that happening. You know, so forget about that. No way, no way. So Buffalo has 3 minutes to figure this out. They've had months. Let's be honest. They've had about 5 months to figure this out. Hey, if you're new to Teal Town, thank you very much for joining us. Hit that subscribe button down below. We will recap the entire first round coming here. So, and here we go. Buffalo has put in their selection. And Owen Power is your number 1 overall pick. And there we go. Owen Power, your number 1 overall pick. 6'6", yikes, 213 shooting left. He did say he was planning to go back to Michigan next year, and boy, howdy, they are going to be a powerhouse. Of course, Sharks fans know very well that Thomas Bordelot is over there, and it is a craziness going on. So Owen Power is your pick. And they're actually kind of giving it to Victor Hedman for that. So, and he already has his jersey. He's putting it on right now. But he could they pick a tighter Adizero jersey on him? and they see AJ would be mad because they gave him a retail authentic jersey. So from Mississauga, Ontario, he had 3 goals, 13 assists for 26 games for the University of Michigan. So there we go. And Ruben, thanks for your text. You suck. Not gonna happen. Nice try. I wish that was the case, but so. All right, so Seattle is now on the clock. They have about 3.5 minutes to go. Of course, we're not synced up with the actual live coverage of the draft, so you'll be getting the reaction afterwards. In some cases, you might beat me to it, but we'll see how it goes. But Owen Power from Michigan is the newest member of the Buffalo Sabres. I just wish his name was Powerville because you can add one to the population of Powerville. So, so speaking of Buffalo, and thank you like a tiger. Of course, we're expecting Eichel to be traded, maybe tonight, but Rasmus Ristolainen going to Philadelphia today. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Kraken are up next, and so we'll see. The Seattle Kraken is doing their lottery from the Space Needle. Okay. Wow. And they're showing the projected forward lines for the Seattle Kraken. Donskoy, Gord, Eberle. And former San Jose Barracuda Colin Blackwell on the second right wing. Second line right wing. Wow. That's crazy to think. You know. So we'll see. Yeah, their draft room is the Space Needle. I mean, it's kind of cool. What a nice view. Don't get distracted by it. So, but yeah, I love it. But here we go. Gary is announcing and sending it over to the Space Needle for their pick. And Ron Francis is speaking right now behind Climate Pledge Arena, or Climate Change Arena, as Gary would say. Matthew Beniers is the first ever draft pick of the Seattle Kraken. He's a 6'2", 175. Wow, 175? Wow, that guy better be fast as heck. A left-handed shooter with 10 goals, 14 assists, a nice plus 21 rating in 24 games with the University of Michigan. So you're going to see he played for USA at the 2021 World Junior Championships and the World Championships. So that'll be interesting to see. Felix, this was your chance at trying to steal Dangle from Sportsnet for this live reaction show. You two would riff off each other real well. I wish. In fact, why not?
Why not?
Try to get Dangle on the show sometimes. I know somebody would love it, and that would be me. So we would, especially if the rumors of James Reimer coming back to San Jose happen. Oh boy, howdy, we'd be talking about that. So Beniers goes. So Michigan goes 1-2 in the draft. So let me update the draft ticker. So So there we go. Get that caught up. Anaheim now on the clock. I would love for Anaheim to like unveil a new throwback jersey. That'd be great. I'm just saying, not necessarily have to go Wild Wing per se, but it'd be nice to have that original crest back in the better colors, eggplant and jade. Maybe you could throw a little orange in there, but it'd be cool to have that going on. Anaheim, of course, finishing last in the Pacific, or excuse me, the West Division last year. They need help all around. They're currently rebuilding here. Let's see what you got. Uh, coming into this, faulty synapse. No surprises yet. Deuces Shula's predicting Edvinson is next for Anaheim. Alex Beltran, you're kind of with me here. One more pick until the Sharks pick. Wink, wink. You know, Roman Rodriguez, good evening to you. A new name in the chat. I'm just curious on your opinion about the growth of the NHL around America. Do you think the NHL is a dying sport? It needs to. It's not dying. I think like how some people would have mentioned it, like with baseball and football. But I think to me, I think hockey can thrive, but it needs to market itself better. And it needs to make itself, they say hockey is for everyone. They literally need to make it hockey is for everyone. They need to have everybody welcome with it. So we'll see. I would think it's going to be something that they need to work on a little bit more. Anaheim has about a minute and a half left on the clock here, so we'll see what happens here. So, and they're going to break. Of course you are. So I have to kill 2 more minutes of time. Thanks a lot, NHL. I was expecting to go 7 picks and, so be it. So with that, quick reminder, like we said, we're going to go up till the Sharks selection in this draft. Granted, if they have 2, we'll stay for the second one. So we'll hang on to that for a bit. But, of course, there is already another link where we will recap tonight's first round selections. So by all means, better yet, hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. That'll let you know when we go on the air. It'll be roughly about, we're thinking 8:15, 8:30 Pacific time. That's 11:15, 11:30 out on the East Coast. Mark would, our main guy, Mark Eisenberg. He he loves this time of the year, so we look forward to him. I don't know why we're talking we. I look forward to him helping me out tonight because it'll be greatly appreciated. So. Let's see. And I'm seeing some of the comments coming in here. So, we'll see. We'll let that happen. Kevin, if you're watching, I'm only going till the Sharks pick, so don't worry about that at all. Make that happen. And Felix, you're right with me. I'm not sure if I want it to be for everyone, and then they'll be bringing laser trailing pucks again. They kind of tried that out a couple years ago at the All-Star game in San Jose and St. Louis, but it wasn't as like dynamic as it was for Fox. So we'll see. Felix, I low key, sort of high key, make your pick. Wish more people liked the sport, but people can't get into what they don't understand. Yeah, it can be a complicated game, but it can happen. So we will see how it goes. So the the Ducks, they're showing the Ducks draft room. They pretty much put out the entire rink. They lowered their jumbotron. Looks like they're having a little bit of a draft party in Anaheim. The Sharks. Why aren't we having a draft party? Come on, let's make this happen. I'm just saying. Jonathan Becker, call me. Let me help you out on that. Team needs for the Ducks, as they show that on there as they come back from commercial. They've scored 2 or fewer. You're welcome, Brody. In 36 games last season, their goal scoring 2 players with just 10 plus goals, the fewest in the NHL. Obviously, I think we know where they might be going for. So, and here we go. Anaheim is about to select. Here we go for Anaheim. Mason McTavish. So slightly off the board here, but Mason McTavish from the Peterborough Petes, 6'1", 207-pound center. He's a left-handed shot. Goes to Peterborough. He didn't play last year because the OHL didn't play, but the last season he played with Peterborough, 29 goals, 13 assists. So Mason McTavish, uh, you know, gets to go to SoCal. I think that's a pretty solid pick for the Ducks there. And now I keep getting all right from David Pagnotta of the fourth period. Hearing the Sharks are weighing their options on moving up from number 7 or adding a first rounder. So we have some interesting news now that New Jersey's on the clock, and New Jersey has 4 minutes to go. So this will be interesting here. Uh, Here we go. So we're currently at the number 4 pick with Anaheim. Yeah, Vince G. Don't give New Jersey a clock. We know they're taking Hughes. you know. So let's see. Yeah, Skyler. I think everybody's now like, let's see what the Sharks do next. So this is where it starts getting interesting. Kevin Weeks did mention the Sharks, and the Devils were talking about it. So we'll see. Uh, you know, Vince G, don't give New Jersey a clock. We know they're going to take Hughes. I'm agreeing with you there. You know, Alex Beltran, come on, DW, fleece someone, you coward. And trust me, Felix, I would love to play the Jeopardy thing, but we couldn't monetize it after all. So we're at number 4 with New Jersey. Will a New Jersey happening? We'll see. We shall see happening right now. So we're just waiting and waiting. 223, 222. It's like you have this feeling that something might be happening here. Um, so, oh boy, the tension, the excitement. Of course, the Sharks with their first round picks have always, outside Patty, maybe Logan and Hurdle over the last 25 years have been maybe not the best ideal. So we'll see. I would too, PJ. I would love to see who the Sharks should bring in as 1A per Kevin Weeks. Weeksy's highly smart, so and they have and New Jersey has a heck of a lot of prospects in their system. Dawson Mercer, Alexander Holtz, Nolan Foote, Shakir, oh boy, Mukhamadullin. I hope I said that right. Kevin Lacey, let me know. And Kevin Ball. So we'll see on that. So right now, Dylan Gunther is your best player available according to, a number of best list for the NHL draft. Luke Hughes is out there. That's going to happen. But I have a feeling that the Sharks really want William Eklund or Brant Clark. So we'll see. We shall see. We're waiting patiently. So Ducks wanted it, and let's see, Ducks wanted it center, so I guess it makes sense. Yeah, and here's the tough part. It's kind of a shoot. It's kind of a playing darts blinded. It's like you got like, what are you gonna do? So we'll see. We shall see on that one. Yeah, the Devils are taking their sweet time. The pick is in. The pick is in apparently. So here we go. New Jersey apparently keeping it. And they are rocking in New Jersey. And they have a boatload of people there. Yeah, we need to do a draft party. We're going to go 7th overall. We need to get a draft party going. So there's a sign that says Hughes too. Luke Hughes, what a shock. Luke Hughes is going to the New Jersey Devils to be with his brother Jack Hughes. So, from Canton, Michigan, he played 38 games with the U.S. National Development Program. 6 goals, 20 assists. Has some dynamic style. He can, dictate play when he has a puck. Effective at both blue lines. So Jack is so excited for his brother. He's going to be playing with his brother there in New Jersey. So you have that. So let's go. Let's predict something. Wouldn't it be surprising if we see a trade for Quinn Hughes from Vancouver? We'll see how that happens. But Luke Hughes goes to New Jersey for that one. Columbus is now on the clock for their first selection. And it looks like they have like 3 in this pick. So, I mean, so and yep, and Vince G, you're right. Here is our first real Eklund threat in Columbus. You're almost like if they can take Gunther, Detroit goes goaltender, it might fall right into it. So again, I'll be joined by Mark, Mark Eisenberg, and hopefully some others tonight around 8:15 for the draft recap on this night. So feel free to join us. To the 49 of you watching right now, thank you. We're doing a live reaction, till number 7 overall. So far so good here on this night. Luke Hughes going to play with Jack. Should be interesting to see how that works. Uh, so we'll see what happens here. Uh, do they go Eklund, which will piss off, I think, majority of our Discord. So, uh, and and Luke Hughes putting on his brother's number, and he's wearing a Fanatics jersey. Oh dear God! No, not a Fanatics jersey. You gave him a Fanatics jersey? No. Oh man, AJ's triggered right now. You know it. You freaking know it. So that's where we'll be at right now. Now, let's say they go to number 7 and then they eventually pick another pick. We won't be on for that. Trust me, we will not be on for that. But maybe that'll dangle you a pick to join us about 8:15 on our YouTube channel and see how they do. So we got about a minute and a half for Columbus to make their pick at number 5. We'll see what happens here. Yep. So Columbus has this is their first of 3 picks in this draft. They'll go number 5, number 12, and I believe number 29 that they got from Toronto for Foligno in that deal. So let's see. So Dylan Gunther's still available. William Eklund is available. Brant Clark, Simon Edvinson, the defenseman, Kent Johnson, the center. They could use that. Jesper Wallstedt is the top goalie of ranked number 10 originally on the overall pick. So we'll see. This one like Vince G said. This is the first one where Eklund could be going in. And here we go. The pick is in, and they're going to Columbus with the pick. And here we go. And John Davidson back with the Columbus Blue Jackets after his stint with the Rangers. Yeah. And Kirk Herbstreit, Ohio State friend for football, also an ESPN analyst. So there's that there. So Kirk Herbstreit's going to make the pick for the Blue Jackets, and you know, and David Pagnotta doubling down more on the Sharks. There's chatter they've taken calls on Timo Meier, who comes with a $6 million cap hit and has 2 years left in his deal. Of course, there's that $10 million qualifying offer on that one. So we'll see what's going on there. Okay, here we go. Kent Johnson is selected by the Columbus Blue Jackets at number 5. Oh boy. Okay. So for you looking for Eklund at number 7 for the Sharks, you're one step closer. Kent Johnson from Port Moody, BC. He was one of the other Michigan guys. Had 27 points with the Wolverines. Has great vision, elite understanding, and awareness. And they feel like he could be a star. He was a freshman scoring 27 points with that, and he's pretty talented as a center there. So, number 6 for Detroit. Is it going to happen? I thought Eklund was going to Columbus, but now it's Johnson. So we'll see. But Kent Johnson, they're showing highlights of him on here, and that's pretty amazing, pretty amazing dangles there. So, who's in charge of the camp placements in the roster? That's all I ask. Well, I don't. I mean, otherwise they're gonna be like, this. You're either getting tops of heads or butts when they get excited about it. So we'll see. Why do they choose Kent? Aiden Joe? Find out tonight at around 8:15, 8:30 when I have Mark Eisenberg joining me on the round one recap show. So, so Denver Doyle. We could take Eklund, Gunther, Clark, or Wallstedt. Anyone else? Um, and Kevin Lacey outside the tank right now. Kevin, if you're watching, good to see you, bud. I can't pull this up on the computer right now because of all this stuff. But Kevin saying, "I'm here for the NHL draft party. Where is everyone else?" Well, hate to take it, tell you, bud. There wasn't one. So, so we'll see. They're gonna go to a commercial break. 3 minutes left for the Red Wings to make their selection. Do they dash Vince G's dream? I think Ian's dream of taking Eklund. So so let's just put it in the corner of the room. Come on, yeah, I know. And the New Jersey gave him a Fanatics jersey. Really? I mean, come on, New Jersey, really? Oh man. So we're at break. You know, Clark will be there as well. So if you want some comparisons right now, let me get it to you as they're at a commercial break, of course. Uh, William Eklund, 18 years old from Sweden. Oh, he'll fit in with Eric Carlson, of course. 5'10", 172-pound from Henige, Sweden. Played for Henige in the Swedish league. His rankings number 3 from Consolidated Ranking, number 2 ranked from EliteProspects.com. Bob McKenzie had him at number 4 in his list. Same with Craig Button. He's the number 1 European skater by Essential Scouting. So, do they go with another forward? That remains to be seen. So, we're at a commercial break right now. Detroit's on the clock, and then the Sharks at number 7. And like we said, once we finish up with the number 7 pick, barring any other moves that happen, we'll sign off for now. We'll do a full recap show tonight at around 8:15, 8:30, whenever the draft is over. We'll be going on the air. And Mark Eisenberg, among others, will be joining me in that one. So we'll keep that going there. So, Skylar, I was just thinking that, Skylar. There's something funny about Ohio State, man, Kirk Herbstreit announcing a Michigan player's name. Awkward. Granted, Ohio State does have a decent hockey team, so. But it's not of a big old power, no pun intended, for Michigan. So, all right, we're 49 minutes in. This is kind of when I expected for it to happen. So they come back from commercial. They're showing that the pick is in. So Detroit pick is in. We will see who they take in this draft. So Bob McKenzie is tweeting out. So, of course, you always have to check when Bob McKenzie does it. Detroit up next at number 6. TSN's best available is number 3 ranked Simon Edvinsson. Got to figure that's the way to go here. So, yes, I say Edvinsson. If so, Detroit's Swedish pipeline firmly intact. So, we'll see how that goes there. So, it'll be interesting to see. Alrighty. And Jackie Redmond talking to Owen Power. So, here you go. You left us for... my girlfriend's precious niece is saying you left us for hockey. Well, you have to know that that's the case. I'm sorry. I mean, with the Sharks picking as high as they have been for the first time in forever, why not?
Why not?
Hang out and see what the Sharks will do at number 7. They're showing Steve Yzerman at Little Caesars Arena. He looks like he's ready to go, and so is Gary Bettman. So here we go, folks. So this is going to be a big one here. Obviously, nothing has transpired with the first 6 picks. So the Sharks, barring anything, will go with the number 7 selection. And Simon Edvinsson is the one. So there you go. Simon Edvinsson with the first pick of the draft. Ladies and gentlemen, they did not take William Eklund. The Sharks are on the clock right now. Welcome, everyone. If you haven't been here before, welcome. Welcome to Teal Town, USA Live, as we live react to the Sharks pick at the draft right now. All right. And with that, I'm finally getting some help. Yay. Kevin, get your butt on here. All right. So we're at number 7. Here we go, folks. 4 minutes, 12 seconds ago, the Sharks are now on the clock. We all know what they did last year. They selected all forwards in last year's draft. Ozzy Weisblatt, the first pick of the 2020 draft, made some strides. He's in San Jose apparently, working out with some of the players. So I'm hoping Kevin has Skype. So, alrighty. This should be interesting. Oh, he is on. Okay. Here we go. All right. Kevin, are you with me there, bud?
Trying to be.
All right.
Are we live?
We are live. And in fact, you picked a great time to come on. We welcome the 62 viewers watching. And the Sharks are on the clock, my friend.
See, we're here. I'm here at SAP Center at the draft party, tealing together with Tomas Hertl and Evander Kane and these great Sharks fans. Go figure that I happen to be riding my bike home from work right past SAP Center. So I figured, why not check in right now?
Oh, that's great. Thanks, bud. I'm glad you're able to do this. Have you caught up with everything that's happened so far?
I have not a clue what is going on
All
right
right,
now.
so
For all I know, Kent Johnson could have been first overall, though I doubt it.
All right, so first overall, Owen Power to Buffalo.
Shocker.
The second pick, Matthew Beniers to Michigan, or to Seattle. Number 3, Anaheim took Mason McTavish from Peterborough.
Ooh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Number 4, of course, Luke Hughes to New Jersey. And of course, they gave him a Jack Hughes Fanatics jersey to put on.
Oh, God. Okay.
The Blue Jackets took Kent Johnson.
Wow.
Yeah, and Detroit just selected, and they took. Crap! I'm going to try to say this name right, and I hope I get it right. They took
Simon Edmondson.
They did.
All right. Well, I got 3 out of the first 6 right, but you're telling me. Wait a minute. You're telling me William Eklund is still on the board?
He's still on the board, my friend.
What are we waiting for? What are you waiting for, William Eklund?
I'm sure Doug Wilson and Doug Wilson Jr. are patiently hearing Kevin from outside SAP Center right now. This is kind of cool. Kevin, good.
We want Eklund. We want Eklund. This should be obvious. I mean, I like Dylan Gunther and all, and that was my pick. But William Eklund's still on the board? Come on.
Right. So they're interviewing Matthew Beniers right now. The Sharks have about a minute to go on the clock. So we'll see what happens here. It's kind of getting close, So for everybody that's joining in, the 60 people joining in, he's Kevin. I'm Eric. Thanks for joining us. Hit that subscribe button down below. The chat's going crazy for you right now. It's like AAR fans, let's go. AO saying,
where's our draft party at, people?
AO saying, come on, don't be an idiot, DW. The most important thing AO want to know: are you wearing a turtleneck? It's too hot for him to wear a turtleneck right now.
I botched it. I'm not even wearing teal today. My bad.
Teal together in powder blue. That works. I mean, that's how I see it. So.
Yeah.
Hey,
But this is definitely a first for me, being live at the arena for a draft. I'm not being drafted, that's for sure.
So we are getting to that. They're showing, goal scoring 2.59 goals per game since the 2019-20 season, 27th in the league. Top goalie prospect in the system has an .891 save percentage since 2018-19. Yikes.
Well, I mean, that says Wallstedt all the way, but I don't think it's going to be Wallstedt. I know AJ has said the Sharks seem to be indicating the opposite. I really think they're going forward here. But they have a bunch of the different choices here. Clark's on the board. Wallstedt's on the board. Eklund's on the board. Gunther's on the board.
Yeah,
wow.
They have a lot of places here. And they kind of mentioned when AJ was on the call that they would probably take the best player available.
Yeah.
So
well,
could be
Eklund.
Gunther, but I think a lot of people want Eklund here. So, we'll see what happens here. The pick is in now, folks. The pick is in.
Well, tell the Wilsons to hurry it up because I'm running out of battery life and I got to get home.
All right, here we go. And Gary Benton's throwing it to
Doug
Wilson Jr.
Doug Wilson Jr.
Oh, very cool.
Is Weissblatt doing it?
William Eklund is selected by the San Jose Sharks at number 7. Let's go!
What a pick, guys! Yeah!
With Djurgården, last season, 40 games, 11 goals, 12 assists in the SHL. The San Jose Sharks select William Eklund.
That's what I'm talking about. You guys know what y'all doing. Woo!
So really quick before your battery dies, tell me a little bit about Eklund and why this is the guy that...
Dynamic scoring forward, can do it all. He'll do anything you ask him to do. He can penalty kill. He can score. He's super smart. He's got that all the intangibles you want. I mean, I know I sounded like like he's Connor McDavid, and that's far from it. You know, there's still work to be done, but I mean, this kid was Rookie of the Year in the SHL this year. I mean, the sky's the limit with this kid, and the Sharks can check off so many boxes with this. And I feel like the Sharks really, you know, they got a lot of good draft picks last year, but they lacked that elite player. This is a player who, I don't know if he's an elite player, but he might be just a step below that, and that's something the Sharks need all the way. So I am thrilled. Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. That's why I came here. That's really not why I came here, but now it's why I came here.
Oh boy. I don't think I've ever seen this excited before.
Yeah. I do have to go, and a Caltrain's coming, so it's going to get really noisy, but glad to be on with you guys, and William Eklund, baby. Woo!
All right. Thanks, bud. If you're able to get on the show at 8:15, we'd love to have you. Then he's gone. There we go. All right. So there it is. Man in Blue yelling outside for William Eklund. So there you go, folks. Oh, man. So, whew. So the San Jose Sharks take William Eklund from Sweden. And with incredible work ethic, as Emily Kaplan's saying on ESPN2 right now. So with that, again, we will. So with that, there we go. Now I can finally get this right before we get out of here. William Eklund with the 7th overall pick in this year's draft. I mean, it is. You love to see it. You love to see it. It's one of the picks that all the Sharks wanted. So a lot of them. So that'll be, San Jose, from Rachel Dory, San Jose gets what could be the second or third best player in the draft at 7. Eklund at that spot is pretty good. Pretty good. So, with that, as LA picks, forget LA. So, with that, this is a good pick. But can he replace Jones in goal? Yeah, we'll see. Brandt Clark, who was projected to be at number 7 for the Sharks for them to take, just went to the Los Angeles Kings. So we'll see on that one. With that, we're going to get out of here. I need to go have dinner. We're going to recap everything. We're going to resituate everything here for Teal Town Live following round 1 of this draft. So we'll be here for you following the 32nd pick of the NHL Draft. So do yourself a favor, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button down below. Check out tealtownusa.com for all the info, and follow us on the social. In case you missed anything or want to watch this again, check us out on tealtownusa.com or your favorite podcatcher, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, YouTube channel, where we will be on around 8:15, 8:30, whenever the draft ends. We'll be jumping on right afterwards. So join us there. So thank you very much for watching. I know it's kind of a weird live reaction, but we'll try to do a little something different since everything was going on. And until later this evening, remember, after the 32nd pick is announced, we will go live on the air. Keep it real, keep it teal, keep it real teal. Once again, a reminder, William Eklund has been selected by the Sharks with the 7th overall pick in this year's draft. We'll see you round 8:30. Like I said, make sure you have that notification bell and you're subscribed so you know when we're coming on the air. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate everybody in the chat for hanging out with me. We'll see you later tonight. Take care.